On this video clip right here, one biggest thing I'm talking about is regard of general respect that some people aren't taught and somebody know, especially like honestly with us African Americans, white people, whatever you want to call yourself. It's some that just do not understand general respect. In this case right here, we have Asian Doll. She got some of her guys with her too. They're on Fresh and Fit. I watch Fresh and Fit every now and then. Don't watch it as much as I used to. But long story short, she agrees to come on the podcast. First of all, she shows up late. And then from the podcast, if you watch Fresh and Fit, you kind of get an idea of what's going to happen on the show. If you watch it long enough, it's basically like kind of like a rerun. But the biggest thing on this one, she gets into with Myron. He has to leave, or they get in disagreement, and Asian Doll becomes disrespectful, and also the guys that she with is also being disrespectful. Myron tries to explain her she's being disrespectful because a lot of people don't know it, but Fresh and Fit, the studio belongs to Myron. So in a sense, she's in somebody else's house, and it just comes to being very simple. Like if you disagree with what somebody said, you always can just leave. You just leave. You don't have to say anything. You don't have to be disrespectful. You just leave. You just say, I'm not with this and I'm out. But in this case, I don't know what it is about this culture where people just think they can just say anything and it can go wrong, especially just being disrespectful. In this case, if she felt that Myron was being mean, she should have left. And the guy in the back that's going to say that she's good and everything she's saying is fine, like nothing's going to happen to her, shows how a lot of young black males get killed. Just being foolish, not thinking, just look, okay, so it's that type of situation, just learning just to walk away. And there's no shame into it. All right, so this is a bad situation. I don't agree with what's happening, so I'm just going to leave. And they're in somebody else's house, basically. They're in their studio. It's not their own. So if you have a disagreement, most people, they just know just to leave. I'm not really with this. I'm out. But if you watch this episode, it goes into play.
Average guy.
This one where Fresh is talking to her.
Average guy to get a girl like nowadays, you would say. Yeah.
Yeah, like
what's your opinion?
They're late, so they have to tell her like, what to do just because she's late.
Like, let's say like you're out and about, right? And he meets a girl.
Man, let me
it's easy for her, like pick.
So how tall are you?
Look like you would say.
Right now?
No, it's 1:23 a.m.
Let's calm
I'm
down.
sorry.
He's hot. I'm calm.
No, I'm very
You
calm,
see,
but it's like,
they're
bro,
getting
you
into
gotta
a
disagree with
disagreement.
respect on the platform.
It
It's
is
cool,
respect.
bro.
You talking about
Chill.
shit. I say you mean. It is what it is. What the fuck you want me to say?
That's
You
not the truth,
mean,
though.
You mad about I said mean? You grown as hell.
And see, that's another thing that females, they think that they can just talk crazy to dudes, knowing that she can't do anything, but it can put the dude she's with in a lot of trouble because if Myron Fred threatened, they're in Florida with the stand the ground, and that dude just was trying to protect her. He could have easily been killed, but he ain't thinking. He's not thinking, or he could have just really got beaten down real bad because you don't know who else is in that property. Even if you feel that person is wrong, you're in somebody else's house or studio or business. You don't know who's in the back rooms. You don't know what's going on. The best thing is always just to be cool. But of course, you're gonna get attitude.
What?
Yeah, well.
Okay. So earlier on,
and see, that's what gets a lot of women messed up as well. A lot of people, well, you should never. They think they could just talk crazy to people, and then it goes left, and then they want to be crying and calling for somebody to save them when they should have just, okay, if you don't agree with it, just leave. The biggest thing that you could tell somebody if they're in disagreement with somebody, and especially if they're in their own studio, their own business, just leave. That's all you got to do.
on the show, there's a lot back and forth. So he was just telling her to chill because it was like 5 times he told her to like chill.
Yeah.
So that's why.
Okay, but I said he mean. Why he wanna?
Gina.
I
Okay. We got just like from here on out, like please
Come on, his
one
ass,
at a
he's
time
tripping.
because we're gonna
Yeah,
take it short
we'll
right
start
now.
it
Okay.
over. I promise I won't say nothing.
Yeah, like if you watch the whole clip, I do recommend just watching the whole clip. You'll just see where there's another guy in the back, and it could have went left. Long story short, she ended up leaving. But the general thing is not just on Asian Doll. It's just an ideology is that I can just talk crazy to people, and it can lead to even worse things happens when the best thing is to de-escalate instead of escalate. And a lot of females like to escalate it because they like to see violence and stuff. And just message to do, if you're with a woman like that like to escalate stuff and just keep stuff going, get it wrapped up to where it can become more of a serious problem, stay the hell away from her. They're a waste of time. Just a perspective on basic respect and decency.